All right, everybody. Welcome back. I want to say one thing. I want to thank everybody who's subscribed and who's commented on my videos. I appreciate that, y'all. Like I said, I don't have a lot of tools. This is just a hobby of mine. I'm slowly getting into this. There's a lot of things I need that I don't have. So this is just a peek around the desk a little bit. As you can see, screwdrivers here, spare parts, keys. This is a box of man, I tell you what, that's the spare part box. Little snack. And these are the squeeze type for taking off hands. I've seen a couple videos of people using like the pry bar type and the squeeze type. I would prefer the other type. These really they work okay as far as the hands go, but they really have a hard time grabbing these 6 o'clock or the center seconds. So yeah, that is the only drawback. I got these because they were cheap, but as far as taking off the hands are okay. But you got to be careful because you got to put something down because um, if you don't, you'll scratch your dial. As you can see, that's metal right there. And the plastic pieces do come down, but you gotta have to be careful. So I just wanted to just throw that out there real quick. Okay, this is my project I've been working on. And I really want to get with y'all because I want y'all to see me taking one down. I have not had the time. Like I said, I'm pretty busy lately, job and all that, and a new year. I want to wish everybody a happy new year and hope everybody had a good holiday. But I'm glad it's over with and on we go. So this is a lady race. I don't know how to say that right or not. Race, I think it's called, or racy. I'm not really sure. But it is a 12 size, and I normally don't mess with 12s. I like to do 16 and 18s. And I like to do Waltham and Elgins because I'm familiar with those. I can take them apart, put them back together, and I don't have any issues. So I went out of my comfort zone, bought this thing on eBay, which it did not run. And my God, this thing here is just completely like ludicrous. Sorry for the light. I think we're getting a little bit too much. But yeah, I don't even know if you can call them jewels. I don't think they're a jewel. I mean, it looks like a piece of plastic in there. It don't even look like the jewels of a regular watch. And then the escape wheel, look at the teeth are upwards. They're, I mean, this is like ridiculous. And this over here, which I didn't even know what it did at the time till like recently, but it pushes the yoke down right here. And I guess that's what sets the time because I was pulling the hair out of my head. I could not get the time set on this thing. Could not figure out how to set the time. Well, what had happened is as I'm taking it apart, or actually, I noticed this before I took it apart, but on the mainspring barrel, as you can see, it has got a hex head right there. And I wound it with a key. And so I had figured that part out. But then I couldn't figure out how to set the time on the damn thing. And what did I find right here? Let me get it in the camera. This goes through the middle of the fifth wheel and it's hexed. And I put a key on that, and wouldn't you know it, got the time to set. So I don't have a canyon pinion puller, and I managed to actually get this off. And I really, really hope I didn't damage this because if you bend these at all, you are not going to get it straight, and it's just going to turn into a wreck. So far, I got all the fingers back on. I got these all lined up, ready to go. The only problem I'm having is actually this wheel right here. I believe it's the fifth wheel. And I didn't take a video of me taking it apart. Didn't do any of that. I'm just challenging myself here. And I can get it in there, so to speak. Like it'll sit. I mean, you can get it down in there. I mean, I can get it to fit. I'm trying to do this to the viewfinder, so I'm having a hard time doing this. But anyways, it'll fit down in there. And then when I put the cover over it, over here, it doesn't sit flush. It's kind of tilted. And you can see the holes where all of this goes together. So putting it back together was actually not too bad because all I had to do was just, put the legs back in the hole here, the fingers back in the hole, and line it up. But when it came to this right here, the fifth wheel, by golly, I can get it on there. I can put the lid on it and it works. It's turning. All the wheels are turning, but it's not right. There's just something isn't quite correct. So that's where I'm at there. And the cover for the wine for the ratchet wheel and all that is right here. And this is something different too. You have to go give me a second here because like I said, I'm trying to do this to the viewfinder. And it's a little challenging here. But yeah, look at this thing. I mean, that's raised up right there. And so your ratchet wheel will go here, another one here. And I can't get this up high enough to get, when you put the barrel on there, that has to stick up high enough to go through here. And it's not going up high enough. So there's another problem. And my biggest problem, and y'all gonna laugh at me for this, but as you notice, it's not out of the case. And that is because, for the life of me, and I tell you what, people, this is what happens when you buy a watch that is just mass produced, or whatever the case may be. I mean, I can't get it there. I can't get out of the case. I have no idea how to get out of the case. I have tried everything I know of what might be hanging this thing up. And as you can see, it's just, I can't, I don't know what's doing it here. So that's where I'm at. And I will get with y'all later on this. Trying to hit the job. But I just want to give y'all a recap on this. Thank y'all so much for your subscribe. Thank y'all so much for the comments. I really appreciate it. And I will get back with y'all on this. And we're going to make another part. Thank y'all.